You know what? I've had it with the endless sobbing from washed-up creatives whining about AI ruining art and stealing jobs. Get over yourselves, seriously. It's 2025, not 1985. The world moved on, technology evolved, and if a glorified algorithm can do your job better, faster, and cheaper, maybe, just maybe, you were never that talented to begin with. Maybe you were just another cog in a bloated, outdated industry coasting on nostalgia and entitlement. You've got actors screaming on picket lines because a computer can replicate their face. Oh no! Heaven forbid the camera doesn't need 500 extras wandering around pretending to sip fake coffee in the background. If your entire career was person 47 in a crowd shot, congratulations! You've officially been replaced by math. You were never the art. You were set dressing with a pulse. Meanwhile, Netflix is out here using AI to create entire action sequences for the Eternaught. Massive building collapse scenes in Buenos Aires, done 10 times faster and for a fraction of the cost. The production company literally said doing it the old way wouldn't have been feasible. Translation: you humans were too slow and too expensive. Then there's Here, the Tom Hanks and Robin Wright movie where they were digitally de-aged across 60 years using generative AI from Metaphysic Labs. You know what that means? No makeup, no reshoots, no crews of overpaid post-production specialists moaning about render times. Just clean, efficient, and done. If that makes you mad, it's because you know deep down your craft was never special. It was just outdated. Let's be brutally honest. If a line of code can replace you, it should. You think the studios care about your feelings? They care about saving 20% off a $100 million budget, as Bain & Company pointed out in their study. That's millions saved, and you think they'll stick with your fragile ego instead of their bottom line? Adorable. You're about as relevant to them as a flip phone. The fact is, this AI is killing creativity narrative is just the death cry of mediocrity. The people screeching the loudest are the ones whose entire identity was tied to their ability to do something repetitive. If you're a background artist, a session musician playing cookie-cutter riffs, or a low-tier editor cutting the same boring transitions, newsflash, your art wasn't being preserved, it was being tolerated. I didn't take your job, it exposed how unnecessary it was. And don't feed me that, but it's about humanity, nonsense. Spare me the Hallmark-level sentimental garbage. You're not Michelangelo. You're a Photoshop filter with legs. The industry doesn't owe you eternal job security because you can strum 3 chords or tweak color grading like it's a spiritual act. AI doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't need breaks, unions, or fragile egos. It just gets the job done. You think whining on social media is going to change anything? That your self-righteous rants about protecting the soul of art will make the studios stop using tech that saves them millions? Be serious. They're already using AI in pre-production, script analysis, editing, post-production, you name it. Because it works. And the market rewards what works. If that reality offends you, tough. Progress doesn't wait for crybabies. Here's the truth. Nobody in your self-pity circle wants to admit. If you're irreplaceable, you'll be fine. Real talent always finds a way. But if AI can replicate your creativity, you never had any. You were just noise in the system. So when people cry about losing their jobs, all I hear is, I didn't evolve. The world's not unfair. You just got outpaced. Art evolves. Always has. The printing press didn't destroy poetry. Synthesizers didn't kill music. Digital cameras didn't end photography. AI won't end creativity. It'll just filter out the hacks pretending to have it. The ones who were in love with the idea of being artists but couldn't handle competition. You're not fighting for art, you're fighting for your cushy, irrelevant little niche. So stop moaning about AI destroying culture. Culture isn't dying, it's just shedding the dead weight. And if you're part of that weight, if you're one of those people whose only contribution was being good enough until a machine could do it better, then honestly, good riddance. Don't get mad at the algorithm for being competent. Get mad at yourself for being replaceable. If AI can do your job, you deserve to lose it. Period. No tears, no excuses. Go learn a skill that can't be automated. Go contribute something meaningful instead of demanding sympathy because the world evolved without your permission. You're not being replaced by robots. You're being replaced by reality. Welcome to the future, sweetheart. Adapt or get left behind.